Hello, hello, and welcome back to Invisible Ink. Hello, everyone. Congratulations on getting first ringtail. Good morning, Nesset. Good morning, Milkiest Voice. Good morning, Vbok. Good morning, Soviet Stingray, and good morning, Puppet Squid, and good morning, WM Greywind. It's the owl. It's the owl. I'm sorry for being a smidge late. I do still have to help my mom around the house, so I had to do a couple, like nothing too big, so that's why I'm not super late, but something that just delayed me a little. Good morning, Luna. If you saw, I did an update for the Goose that removes the alarm alert on guards, but it's untested and you may have some weird results because guards shouldn't be on alert with targets. I see. Well, I guess I shall be your test person. The ink is still hiding. The ink is still hiding. How is Mum? She's doing okay. She's lowering her painkiller amount, and which means she's less dizzy because they made her a bit dizzy, which she didn't like, obviously. She's just tired. I mean, same. Yesterday, we went to the shops. Very fun. I mean, we just had to go get groceries.
Progress report. Is the data decrypted?
Shush Central. I'm sorry, but I don't care now. We had to go get groceries, and I need to actually turn down my music because this is too loud. There, sure. We had to go get groceries, and I carried all the bags back, and now my arms hurt, my shoulders, and my triceps, my everything, and I took painkillers. What was it? Appendicitis. She had to get her arm reset because she broke it like last summer, and it didn't heal properly at all, so she couldn't use her hand properly. So they had to basically break it again and put it together. And now it's healing. What's the status of everyone in the house, Val? That sucks. It does. But hopefully now... Okay. Why is it not properly scrolling down? I hate when it does that. But yeah, hopefully it'll heal properly now, and hopefully she'll have actual use of her hand back. Because she was not able to use it fully. Like, she wasn't able to fully turn, she wasn't able to fully grip, which means she let stuff drop out of her hand a lot, because like in her brain she was gripping it proper, but her hand wasn't actually doing the grippy. Okay, and she was doing all the exercises. Like, she was very good about that. She wasn't like only half doing them. Okay, so we need a hacking person. I'm not sure if we actually... Like, so usually I would make Olivia full anarchy. But we already have Conway the full anarchy... anarchist. Like, I mean... Then again, if we make Olivia our thief and Conway our hacking... I guess... That would be less money spent. Because she already has some anarchy and she has 0 hacking. The guy needs more pixels. He'll have to buy more pixels. Well, once he get paid, once we give him like, I don't know, 10 credits or coffee. Oh, I like her. What is her name? This is Olivia. She is basically the younger version of Central. Oh, Luna, how many invis does Goose have? Having an unworking hand is the worst. Yeah. Goose has... Do you mean the cloaking rig? Wait, there's a Goose? There's a modded Goose. Goose isn't in the base game. We added Goose. Just like the pixel guy. I made a self-discovery last couple of weeks, and mine week gender fluid was the first thought, but transgender. I've been starting to feel more and more a woman recently, and the thought and feel of being born the wrong gender grows stronger each day. I see. That's a pretty big thing to share in a set. Like, the reason I'm saying that is, are you sure you want to share this on the, like, this publicly? Because technically anyone can see this. Congrats on figuring things out. Yeah, absolutely. I just, you know, double checking. This is a very personal matter, and it is something that can be, I don't know, very vulnerable. I'm very honored you feel safe enough that you're sharing your vulnerabilities here. And, well, I would have to share that. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I would need to know to refer to you as she, her now. That is pretty important. Yeah, congratulations on figuring that out. And if you later on you're like, wait, actually, this wasn't quite it, then that's okay too. Figuring oneself out takes time, and sometimes you need to try something for a bit to feel what fits right. I'm not entirely sure about it yet, but it feels now that it might be the way. Honestly, I think that's more than fair. Just try. Like if it fits for a while. See if it feels right. And then if after a while you're maybe like, no, that isn't quite it, then you just change it until you find what does fit you. You need to re-update Goose because now it gets inventory spots from Anarchy too. I see. How do I re-update the Goose? Welcome in, J-Lau. Refresh mods. Okay, so then I need to go, let's see, to the menu and refresh from there, right? Broken bones are rough. Yeah. How does one update the Goose? I need to update the Goose software. Yeah, so we go to the main menu. Settings, gameplay. Okay. Options. Gameplay. Refresh mods. Okay. And then we need to exit the game and start it back up. I broke my collarbone when I was 6. 0 to 10, not a great experience. Would not do that again. Oh yeah, breaking your collarbone is a pain because they can't even like set that really because it's kind of a hovering piece of, well, hovering. It isn't technically connected to any other bones very strongly. It's kind of just floating there and it's meant to, they can't secure it, which is painful. I'm gonna see if I go on a gender investigation with professionals and see where things land. I think that's a good, smart way to go about it. I hope it goes well. I'm just chasing a Goose around with USB drive. Come here, Goose. I need to update you. Connect to my Wi-Fi. I've been told it's best with refresh mods for the save game in mission though. Oops. When it breaks your shoulder and arm just drops down, you can see it quite easily if you know what you're looking for. Well,
progress report.
Shush. How's the Goose? It worked. Look at that Goose. Look at how much stuff we can now steal. Okay. So if we make Conway our hacker, which I mean, I guess he could be a hacker. And then we'll give this to you. I still want the flashback on the Goose. I guess the EMP then could go to Conway. Okay, so Olivia is gonna be my thief, which means I think I'm gonna give the bionic dart to Olivia, because she, but KO damage done in melee, so it doesn't make sense for her to have the dart. But I mean, she needs something until we can give her a melee weapon. Right? Now, I think it's better to give the weapons that I want to the people I need them on. Or I guess I could make her my hacker. Nah, I'll make him my hacker. So I'll give her one buster chip. I guess I'll give her the stim. Someone has to have the stim. And I want Conway to continually use the stim. Like he's got the torque injector, so I kind of want him to just keep using stuff. It's kind of why I like having the double buster chip on them, but we have more than enough stuff now. Oh dear, I hear my cat calling for me. It's fine, we're not on mission right now. Oh yeah. I was like, wait, am I? No, it's fine at this point. Hold on, my kitty's calling for me. Oh. My mom heard her too. Opened the door for her. My friend of mine jumped on me, snapped it. Mom, who was very focused on parents, said I'm not allowed to go to the doctor till I have a bath and decided to wash my broken collar. Oh no! Before I went to the doctor, who was like, yeah, that's broken. Go to this hospital for an hour to wait. Was a long... Ah. Oh. That is not the right priority. Oh, that I'm so sorry. That is... Yikes. You gotta have a stim. Stims are love. Stims are life. Stims is what... Stim is what Decker uses to replace his wife. I'm sorry, I had to rhyme. I did an online test last night that some people from a university has created, and according to that, I might suffer from gender dysphoria. I mean, that is always something important to, I don't know, figure out. Huge slam out of Decker out of nowhere. I'm sorry. I love Decker. He's my favorite, but I also always make him a stim addict, and now Conway is the one that has to suffer. But I don't have any good rhymes with Conway. Got a 78 out of 100%. Hey, a passing grade. Only probably not you. Not. I mean, it probably explains some things, but not the time you want a passing grade. Usually, I imagine. Okay, so I think I like this. Conway, I guess, is just gonna be everything. He's gonna be our hacker guy. Then Goose and Olivia are gonna take over the pickpocketing. We're going to sell this charge pack.
I have a client who's looking for that.
We're gonna try and find Olivia a melee weapon because that's how her augment works. I like how Olivia is anti-hacking. Yeah. I do wish that we got anyone else but Olivia. It feels like we always get Olivia. I will upgrade everything but hacking because screw power. I mean, technically, I guess I could upgrade all of her hacking, but like... I'm gonna have Goose and Conway, mainly Conway, I guess, try and grab all of the power. And then... I'm gonna save my credits for our fourth person that we're totally gonna find really quick. Okay. So... I feel... Strangely enough, I feel in the DLC the security dispatches are less useful because in the DLC they favor giving you the highest level items, which are usually like the use them once each mission items, which I don't like, except the stim. You do you as merely music and Olivia's stubbornness. I mean, I guess in a way she's like, I already have a power solution. My power solution is to kick people's ass. Tier 4 items are thumbs down. Yeah, I like the idea of them. I like the idea of having items that you have limited use of in a mission but will reset between missions. I do like that concept. It's just that the items they chose and the function they have aren't something that, like... That are good enough to compensate for you now, because you have such limited inventory slots. That's the big thing. I think they kind of... You have very, very limited inventory slots. So space is extremely precious, especially if you go pickpocketing, which I think anyone should do, because that's like a big source of income, at least for me. Like, if you get your anarchy up early on and you can pickpocket every level, especially if you don't have like... if you don't go to anywhere that isn't the robots levels, Sankaku, then you get quite a lot of money from that. So you need space in your inventory for that, and you need space to carry your items. And yeah, I guess if you have a very short mission, then having a one-use item and being out is great, but you want to build for contingency of everything going wrong, which means every item that you are carrying that is not immediately useful or can't help you in the long run is a something that weighs you down. I don't need a Buster Chip 4. Yeah, the Buster Chip 4 is horrible, which only hacks 8 virus per mission all at once, unless you use chargebacks. Yeah, but which only cost even more inventory space. Nasset, just remember online tests ain't everything. Yeah, I say having done every ADHD one going. Therefore keep on with the gender professional route and self-exploration before committing to anything. Happy to use any pronouns while you work it out. Yeah. It is like it's a good investigation tool for yourself, but then you should follow that up with talking to professionals. Although any pronouns you want, like that is the easy part for us to adjust to or help with, to just see what feels right for you. See, the whole Buster Chips, the reason Buster Chips are so great is because you can reuse them. Yeah, you can't use them all the time, but I genuinely rather have a Buster Chip level 1 than a Buster Chip level 4, because the Buster Chip level 1 I can actually break more firewalls with in one mission than the Buster Chip level 4. I guess that T&M works until I find out more. We can do she/her, whatever feels right for you. Also, they ignore something like torque injectors. Yeah, which is silly because the cooldown are pretty long on most like one-use items, and also before you can use them again, you'd still need to carry a charge pack in your inventory, which only takes up more inventory space. Yeah, they're anti-synergistic. Exactly. It's like, I love the idea, but the execution is just sometimes I'm like, I kind of almost wish I could mod them out so they didn't take up like space, like in options that might appear in a in the shop, because like the problem also, something that not all games seem to realize, is that more items isn't always good, especially when you have them randomly appear, because you dilute the item pool. Which means that I am going to find the item I actually want less frequently if you have more stuff. My old job that I get made redundant from is hiring again, but offering more money than they originally were. Kind of feels ironic since they cut half of my team because they needed to save money. Yikes. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you had a case of the bad manageritis, which usually costs more money. Because firing people and hiring new people costs more money than just usually giving a raise to the already existing people you have, especially if they're doing their job well. Like if someone is doing their job bad, yeah, you probably don't want them to work there. But if they're doing their job well, there's a whole mod that removes tier 4 items specifically. Oh, I might need to get that. Although I like my level 4 stim. That's the only one I like. You know, what would I have as a one-time use item? I mean, the stim is fine. Especially not so much for actually the speed, although that is, I think, a necessary addition. It's definitely the being able to keep attacking. But what else would I think would be like a one-time use item? I feel should be either a panic button or a... Yeah, basically in this game, it should be a panic button. Like the Stim 4 is. Stim 4 is technically just a panic button that you need to set up on an agent that'll be able to keep attacking. One-time use range cloak. That, but even then, I kind of like the You know what I think? I think maybe something that'll teleport you right to the exit. Or like one agent or agent. So it would basically be like a one-time use of Derek's item, I guess. But then not something you can set yourself, but something that is predetermined. Choke trap for chaos everyone everywhere. That could also be... See, the problem I have slightly with that is that... I mean, I guess that could be pretty strong. That could work. See, the problem that I have with overarching items, like the same problem I actually have with the... what's it called? Hold on. the EMP packs, once they go level up, like even EMP pack 3, I sometimes have that issue. A precision strike sometimes is far more useful than having a large range because it'll draw the attention. So a giant shock trap could sometimes be worse, but situationally, yeah, as a panic button of it'll just knock out everyone. I think tier 4 just needs to be reworked. Yeah. I did play around with an insta escape item that pulls the engine straight out of level to safety. Ooh, that could also... But I kinda... See, I really like the concept of one-use items that technically, if you really wanted, you could recharge. But they recharge outside a level. Or maybe them being one use is what is like kneecapping them. Maybe they should be 3 uses or 2 uses. So... They aren't infinite, so you have to really choose when you use them, but they are less like, okay, I can only use them once and then they just clog up space. But I think an emergency teleporter rig would be one use, and like they recharge out of the mission. Yeah, change tier 4 to 1 charge seems fair. Also, you know what would be interesting? A item that recharges itself. So an item that basically is like a reusable charge pack. Heck, either have it maybe recharge with time, or have it have like 5 chargers or something. So it's basically something that functions basically the same as an energy pack, like a battery pack. Only it doesn't take up, like it's more space efficient, basically. Like say you could have 5 battery packs for the place of 1. That would make having a battery pack to recharge things a more viable strategy. Because even when you find battery packs, it would be nice if you can then like add their charge to your charge pack thing. A hypercharge pack. I guess. Did someone already mod that? Am I just saying mod ideas that already exist? Or charge generator in NIAA. Okay, I think reusable charge packs exist in UTM mod somewhere. Yeah, I think that could be neat. I think that could maybe have some synergy with the one-time use things, but even then, like for me, for example, the one-time use EMP pack level 4, there's nothing I ever want to EMP in that large of an area. Because usually you'd hit things you don't want to hit. Like, I'm not sure how I'd rework that. Maybe if it worked like okay, you have a range, but you can decide within that range which things you actually hit. So you have like a large range, and then you have an option menu like after you set it, where it's like, okay, EMP this yes or no. Like it somehow specifies. I don't know how you'd make that lore wise make sense, and I don't know, you wouldn't want it to slow down stuff too much, but just being able to choose which stuff gets hit and which stuff doesn't would make it super viable. T4 adjustable range / effect. Yeah, I think that could like save some of them, but even then I don't think anything could save the tier 4 buster chip. Like, the buster chips, the entire reason they are so useful is because they're reusable. Their entire usability is dependent on the fact, okay, now you can hack without having to rely on incognita, and you can keep doing that between, like, it isn't as fast as her. That is the one downside. It isn't as fast as generating power in most instances, but it can hack in moments that you might not be able to hack with incognita. Buster Chip 4 is more like Buster Chip, am I right? Exactly. Would you reapply? It crossed my mind, but since leaving lots of people I met all said that I look healthier and happier, which makes me question, would I sacrifice that for money? On top of that, I'd be working under a head of department who isn't good at his job, but a guy who doesn't know his job at all. But is considered better than me because he doesn't ever question anything and is just a happy little robot and a qualified who caused me to leave work with stress and... Yeah, I don't think you... Like... I can't make decisions for anyone. So sometimes you have to do things that aren't ideal for you because capitalist society forces you to have to make money some way. But if you have a choice, I don't think that's the place of work you'd want to return to. I think instead of chargebacks, they should cost power to recharge. Oh, that's also interesting. I do like that. Also, thank you for the shiny. I started making grenade belt items where they're ammo based, but chargebacks only give 1 ammo, so they were pretty strong. Yeah, once we've been let go, that's a big mark against it. I was just curious. Yeah, from the bits I've heard about that prior workplace, that is not some place you want to work. Like, for your own mental health, you might be better off taking something that pays a little less, but is a better place of work, because eventually it'll cost you. It'll cost your body, it'll cost your mind, it'll just make your quality of life lower. But that is the kind of decision I'm very aware not everyone can make. That is a privilege to make a decision like that. Like, yeah, I'll take less money if it means I'm in a better place of work. That is not always an option. Unfortunately. I think I might not be entirely calibrated. 1 second. There we go. Ooh, stretchy. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, yeah, the muscle aches. I don't like it. Yeah, I decided unless the head of the department agrees to making big changes that I had requested the first time, basically getting to work in another office and keeping me away from the staff in the department, then I'd consider it. I think, yeah, that sounds reasonable, but that also sounds like something that they probably wouldn't do. Good morning, Holy and Evil. I'm not cute. I don't think there are any... Oh, wait, did I not make a notification? Did I not post it? No, I'm pretty sure I posted it. So I'm kind of thinking, so usually I focus very much on getting as many missions as possible, even if some of the missions I'm like, yeah, I don't necessarily need it, just to like make most use of my time. But I'm thinking, what if I just straight up skip over the security dispatch and go to the terminals? Because what I want more than anything is another person on my team. I mean, technically I would shave off. Like if I do this, I'd be 28 and then 20 and then 14. Whilst if I do this, that'd be 26 and then 20. Wait. 28, 20. 40. Okay, yeah, no, I'd have more time. Because I think I'd rather hit these two. I do kind of... Like, I wouldn't mind hitting a server farm, but I do already have Lockpick 2.0. I have Ping. Abacus and Emergency Reserve. Like, the Emergency Reserve was just like, I'm gonna go in a difficult mission and I don't know what to expect. I might as well take it. And Abacus was just something that was generated, like, by one of those. So I'm definitely... I mean, it's actually been kind of nice, but it's something that I'm willing to just chuck. Well, that's the funny thing. Multiple times I would sit in another office before going back to my office and do work. But the problem was that I would get calls asking where I was. And if I said anything other than working with a patient, it was come back to the office. So I kind of was doing it previously. Just always got called out as dodging the team. And I was like, oh yeah, the team makes me feel like I shouldn't be here. So I'd rather not be. The team makes my productivity go down. So do you want productivity or do you want to see my face? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the executive terminal, see if we can find more missions to free people, and then get another cybernetics going, see if we could maybe get a net downlink for Olivia, and otherwise more spaces for everyone else. I guess Olivia would also be our fighter build, once we find something with her to fight with. To be fair, I did, and I mentioned that. Apparently, that's a poor excuse. Yeah, that just doesn't sound like a place you want to work. Let's go. Seems reasonable. Yeah, honestly, if I had like if I for some reason ever ended up a manager, and I had an employee who just like, yeah, so I work good, but I don't work good when surrounded by people, I'd be like, okay, take a silent office. This is your office now. Don't let anyone distract you. People, don't distract them. And then, I don't know, just have occasional moments of team building and then let them just do their work. There are other agents? I have my doubts. There are other games? Oh. What are your next game on your list? Oh, I have Blueprints on my list. I also kind of want to play Clair Obscur. I also got gifted. Remember the puzzle that I was losing my mind over Thursday? So I got gifted a game that is built upon those puzzles. By Fancore. So I kind of want to play that too. Okay, we're hearing the buzz. Actually gonna have Goose look here, and I'm gonna have Conway check that because he's the one that'll get the most power. Yeah, it's scanning amp detected. We can hear him. Okay. All right. Where are you going? I see. Well, there you go. And that looks like it's probably a person. But I kind of want to see in here anyway.
See that?
Yep. Just remember, Goose passive doesn't work on drones. Yeah, I'm not too keen on like like I'm worried about like I want to try it out, but I'm scared to try it out, you know? I tried Clair Obscur, it wasn't for me. Not sure what it was. Just think something about the game I just didn't enjoy. Sometimes a game just isn't for you. I'm sticking around to see how the alarm changes and the Goose goes, and if it's too rough, I can change to more robust. Okay, I guess I'll just have the Goose go say hi, huh? Don't for it. Yeah, drones are immune to horrible keys. They can see through the Goose disguise. Never tried Blueprints. I've heard it's a great puzzle game, but people were pushing me to play it while I was void strangering. Yeah, I can only do so many games at a time. I do kinda... Okay, you are... Adds 1 turn the item cooldowns of any agent in 6 tiles. Ooh. Feedback overloader. KO agents in 2 tiles when KO are killed. Ooh. Damn. Okay. Someone is powerful. And for this guy's someone to be careful about. Yeah. Okay, can we pickpocket you? I mean, we can walk over there, but it'll leave me without further turns, so probably a no. Conway can. Be kind of interesting. Be a little risky though. I'm not so sure about having Goose do this.
Hey, what was that?
Do I want to... I don't think I want to mess with the Dorian. I mean, he's not going to be my main thief, but he's going to be the thief now. Grab that. think I am gonna sneak you in here.
What? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh. If this device has more than 2 firewalls, EP breaks 2 firewalls that the same plane. What are you? Okay. I think I want you gone. And okay. Well, we'll take that anyway. Unfortunately, that'll leave us encumbered. I mean, that's exactly why I don't want to have too many items in my inventory, but he was the best one for the job to go there because I wanted to grab the consoles in the meantime. We can fix that with a stim, which we're gonna do. Okay. You are stationary. Don't want to lure you. I do. Okay, this is nearby where the exit is. So setting up the portable server here might be nice. The question is just, yeah. With him, if he exits through here, he'd immediately see that. But if I put it here, then the moment he walks back, he'll see that. So neither are really a great spot to set it up. I'm gonna stand around this and look that way. And I think that we're gonna have to remain there for a smidgen. Because I don't want to lure him quite yet, because I want to probably lure him past me and then hide here or something, and I don't think I have enough movement for that. Nor do I have any more space to steal things. You are good at this spot. I will grab this because I'm not gonna be too finicky about who grabs which power. Actually gonna... Okay, is that a camera? Yes or no? It's like a camera to me. See, I don't want to hack too many things in one turn because I kind of want to make use of my net downlink, which I've already used up most of. Yeah, we'll check out this bit first, which means I do kind of want to hide here. I don't know if someone comes in through here, but I'm assuming that if they did, they'd walk through this way and not through up here. I'll move you here, actually. And I know I could have checked where you move, but I know you're stationary. Poor guys in security room watching the cameras as they try and figure out what to do when they see a goose walk into the high security area. They'd be like, yeah, I probably should have slept, huh? Hey Luna, want to hear something fun I did yesterday? Absolutely.
You've
Interesting.
found the executive terminal.
Oh dear.
Hack it, and we can get out of here.
Okay.
Investigating area. Must be a
Close
match
call
of
for
things.
Goose.
Incognita has detected an ECCM signal. There must be one of the FTM's powerful scanning devices in the complex. It'll detect your team's location each alarm level. Make sure to shut it down.
Made some fun little potions, you know, the kind you find in your local tavern. I used to be a pro tennis player, then I took a bullet in the knee. Ouch. Okay, I want to know what's going on there. I want to know what's going on there. What's going on there? Where exactly do you go? Okay. I do think I want to just grab you with Goose. I don't think I'm gonna get the other guy here. Okay, so this is the... Alright. Yeah, I guess I want to get him around there. The moment I hack into this and grab it, their guard patrols will change. Could have him walk over here, pick his pocket and then go out. Yeah, I might actually do that. So if you go walk here, you just have a barrier. You probably walk this way and I can hide behind here and then easily pick your pocket. Unless you don't quite make that. Unfortunate. Still be fine here, but... I was hoping you'd actually get a little further than that. We're gonna have you go round the other way. See if we can get a portable server set up, although we're pretty good on power.
Did you see that? What the?
I'll grab you. It's fine. One step closer to a gold leaf trench coat. And then I could get just about there. We'll sneakily drop this. You shouldn't see that. We'll hide behind here and place the portable server there. And we'll have to go back and grab that. Unless... Yeah, we'll do this. We'll carry that with us. We'll be able to grab that on the way out. Put them in the Discord. I'll have to check them later. My local tavern doesn't sell potions. I will take that luck potion. Thank you. Not yet. Okay, hold on. I shouldn't get too distracted, but I kind of want to see. Oh, those are fun. And yes, that's absolutely art. Like physical art is still art. Yeah, I guess we'll just change. Like, we're not gonna have Goose way too long. Go grab that. We'll go for the detention center.
You've got it. Great. When you activated that terminal, it sent out an automated message to change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol patterns.
Uh-huh. Wanna get Goose in this room. Wait, I want you to help with. Okay. There. We'll be well hidden there. I want to put some thread around the neck of the bottles and drip some wax over the top to seal the shut next, but I just need to find my glue. Oh, metallic liquid, nice. Looks like an acrylic metallic paint. I'll help give a proper seal to close it off. I also kind of want to stick a label on the sword on it too. And use an owl seal on the wax, of course. Aw, that would be fun. I just find, honestly, they look very fun already. Okay, I maybe shouldn't have distracted this guy, but oh well, we'll see what happens. We're pretty good here. He shouldn't see this bit. Yeah, we'll be good.
Looking around. Guess it was nothing.
Mm-hmm. So I wanna... Oh. It stalls a demon when they KO or... When KO, killed or targeted an agent, only triggers once. Interesting. Gives all guards in 4 times 1 armor. In the case over time when alerted. Throws pulse grenades. Prevents usage of items and disrupts cloaking and hologram technology. Okay, so I want to pickpocket this guy. I want to pickpocket that guy. I want to pickpocket this guy. This guy's already been pickpocketed. And then we go behind door number 4. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm not as upset about seeing Validate anymore, but Validate still isn't great. I wonder if within time the little shiny stuff would not sink at the bottom of the potion. You might have to shake them sometimes. The only problem I have with them is that one bottle I spilled some vegetable glycerin on the cork of one of them, and every time I touch it, it feels kind of slimy and spreads so quickly. So I need to keep washing it on my hands. Ugh. I hate it when you touch things and they make the hands bad. I already wash my hands too much, but like, yeah, no. I hope so. The red one needs a good shake as I keep finding all the gold chilling at the base. I think that's what happens with any emulsion though. Where are you going? Gotcha. Well, because you were distracted before the guard patrol change, you're going to go right back to where you were. Okay, I'm gonna have to just wait for you to pass by me. Which means I'm best able to use you and you too. Yeah, so you're gonna go there. I'm gonna pickpocket you and then I'm gonna leave. Do you have extra wide? No, which means I should be pretty safe to stay here because you should walk right past me. I'm gonna want that. Let's see. I do kind of want to make sure I grab this guy before he goes too far. This spot is being watched. Could open that door and then sneak. Although you're gonna turn around right there, huh? What if I make you walk one bit further into the room? And then, because you're gonna go here, you're gonna go there. If I can then just go behind you. Yes, I make you go here. I don't want you looking here. Because I want that thing to stay hidden. If I step here, you go here, you look around, you shouldn't see that thing. And if I go here, then you shouldn't see me either.
What the?
But I'll stick to this area. You go here, you look around, which leaves me to go here, grab this guy's pocket. And then go through here and grab that eventually. Slimy Slime Rancher. Actually, these are old Pokeballs inside a slime. I still need to play Slime Rancher 2 to completion. Might just go make myself some bottle labels now. Have fun. Expired Pokeballs. Can Pokeballs expire? Oh! I'm not gonna argue with that.
Now press the advantage.
Let's see. Okay, we do like ourselves some torque injector. Ooh, attack pistol. I never use attack pistols, but this might be the time to try it. Okay, why did smart detection hold nice as a message? Yes, we'll allow that. What's wrong with nice? Clearly, smart detection does not like nice. Fortune on the nanofab. You love to see it. I need to finish Slime Rancher 2 too, but I'm stuck in Stir Rupture at the time being. I do regret not letting Goose use stack pistols. Apparently it's not nice. I guess not. I mean, what if? But that would be too. Probably a little too wonky to mod in, and also again I'm someone that doesn't like bloated item pools. Like, see, this is the moment I'm like, I don't need these EMP packs. I could have had something actually useful here, but no. What if Goose could just play tag, like not use the pistol as a pistol, but just as a tag, you're it. So the Goose would have to stand next to someone to use it. Honk pistol. It's still early access, Star Rupture, but I already have 40. Sometimes the early access games hit different. Oh man, I would let you slide a hand attack pistol on the guard so the first shot is non-lethal. That would be even more fun. That would be really hilarious if somehow you slide a hand attack pistol on them and their first shot is non-lethal, but also I'll say they would actually tag you. That would actually be horrifying. Imagine if a guard just had a agent permanently tagged. Tag slapper. Welcome in, Pyrax. But yeah, okay, so I kind of like the torque injectors. But I don't have anyone to put them on right now. And I kind of want to try using the tag pistol, because I never use it. But I actually think it would be super useful. But then I'm out of slots and I don't really want to encumber the Goose. Then again, I do have... So Conway found another flashback. I could sell the Goose's flashback. And then move it... the flashback Conway has for now. And then the Goose could carry both things. But then I'd leave the Goose flashbackless. But I think I might do that. Sell this one because we have another one. And then grab both the torque injectors and the tag pistol. And the torque injectors, I think I'll get... Like, I kind of... the thing is, I want to build Olivia as a fighter, but I quite like what torque injectors do. Attack Gibmon. This is only turn 3, by the way. Oh yeah, true. I'm see. This is why I want to treat people. This is my usual potential. I usually get very far in the first few turns, but you need enough people for that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna grab you, and I will actually grab you. I don't have space for you on the Goose anyhow, but I might give you to Olivia because I really like torque injectors. Can I? No, I won't be able to get close enough to you to pickpocket you right now. But if I stand here, I can. Next turn, pickpocket you much more easily. So I'm actually gonna do that. Oh, important note. I nerfed the Goose a little. You can't scurry through a guard if they stood on the layout guard anymore. The nesting was... Oh, no more nesting! I mean, yeah, the nesting was OP, but it was fun. You're right, it was too OP. However... Oh. Oh. No more nesting, Goose. Took the nest. Yeah, so he goes here. You can nest with the other Goose, though. Okay. We still have a fighty Goose. And the most cutest award goes to me. To you. Yes, Kaino. Okay, so you go here. No, that can't be right. No. I think that sounds good. You go out here. You pick his pocket. You go pick his pocket. You pick his pocket. You go check those guys out. You go round this way, probably. Unlock that. Check out here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll wait with these guys.
Must be jumpy.
All according to plan. That's fine. Good.
Investigating. Nothing.
Exactly. That. Think about that. Let's get you. I want to know where you're heading. Okay. You want? Maybe I'll use the stim so I can check out this area more easily. Don't have a weapon anyway. Oh, hold on. Ad break. Apologies. Twitch demands ads. And we're back. And that was for the Back in Germany award. I see. Welcome back to Germany, Kaino. Lovely outlet. Just dropping in to say hi and bye. Hi and bye, Seb. Hope you're doing well. The most cutest award goes to Luna. Nuh-uh, I'm not the most cutest. I'm fierce and scary. How's life? First letter update the mod and then go, oh, by the way, the Goose is nerfed now. The Goose is more buff than nerfed though. I am very happy with all the extra inventory slots. I will miss nesting though. Like, I get it. You're right. It is kind of powerful. Very powerful, in fact. But it was very fun. Whilst it lasted. Oh. didn't quite go like I wanted. Okay, so that guy's gonna be hard to get to. Okay, I do still really want to pickpocket that guy. I guess we're just gonna go this way with you. Kinda want you to get the tag pistol, because you can use that. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you two close to Goose so you guys can exchange some stuff. See. 100 to have the tag pistol. Do I install the torque injectors on her? I do think I want them on... I mean, they might be nice on Goose too. Please refer to the fanart where you call yourself fierce and scary. Wanna shoot a pirate? Terrifying. Yes, pirate. Oh, welcome back. Hello, Oni. Groep. You know what? I do think I want the torque injectors on Olivia, even though I want to build Olivia as my melee person. If I could get torque injectors on her and make her be able to melee more frequently, that would in a way be helpful. Those were some Netherlandish groeps. An augment is only as good as its host. Sure. Stack this guy. Oh, 1 power. I never used this thing. Okay, that makes sense. Wait with unlocking this door. Yeah, so I need... I think Goose to go up there. I want a Goose to go up there and pickpocket this guy, because I'm not leaving without everyone's pickpocketed. You're pickpocketed, you're pickpocketed. The camera drone is pickpocketed, but the support card isn't. You've been pickpocketed, you've been pickpocketed. We want to grab these safes and we want to check out what's down there. We also seem to have a power relay and a scanner we still need to disable. Gonna go buy me a latte. I'll be back soon. Alright. Wanna do that? 1, 2. There. labyrinth. Okay, let's see if we can do all of our movement first. Okay, so we'll do validate, labyrinth, siphon in that order. Let's thank you. That'll be helpful. You're an international super spy. Crouch behind a desk in a highly guarded facility, and Goose waddles up and gently places a loaded attack pistol in your hands. It is instantly useful. Olivia is like, I don't know how to react to this, but this Goose is my best agent. Let's see. Go validate.
Installed.
Who's going here? I have no clue. I think it's the circle guy. So a static camera, probably.
Warning. Danger installed.
Good job, operator. At least you won't need to worry about that one anymore.
Okay. We'll leave you be for a moment because we don't have much space. Out of power. Okay. Well, this should prove useful. Hey, stim's always useful. I feel like Olivia's reaction will be, well, at least I don't have to train it. She's nodding if not practical. Yeah, she'd be like, you know what? Give this Goose a salary. Goose is useful. No, I don't care, it's a Goose.
What the?
Okay, you don't have extra vision, so I can hide behind here and you'll walk right past me. You'll walk right past the Goose. Yeah. Okay, so Goose is gonna pickpocket the blue. I want Olivia to go down here to check this out. Monster, aren't you worried about training? Central. Not at all. There is a lot we can learn from that Goose. More useful than Decker on a Friday night. I like to think she says that wistfully, looking off in the middle distance. Yeah, Monster's like... Keep an eye on Central. First the AI, now she's talking to a Goose. If I weren't so professional, I'd say I'm getting concerned. Like, yeah, Monster, you are concerned. That's the face of concern you're making. You're like, oh no, she is losing it. And then he just stares with utmost astonishment as she deploys a Goose in the field, and he has to reckon with the fact that the Goose is in fact a better agent than most people he had to work with. He's like, God damn, if we had that Goose before, we might have made it. The Goose is incorruptible. You cannot buy him out. She hasn't been the same since the San Francisco Accords. And then he has to admit the Goose is actually a stellar agent. It would be hilarious. Okay, so I don't really want to drop the security pass card yet, but I also don't want to encumber myself. But I do kind of want to grab what's in there. Because I feel like I'm gonna have to grab so much on the way back already. And who knows if we can come the same way back as before. Yeah, we'll do this. You're fine here. You're gonna walk past. You're fine here. Monster slamming his fist on the table at the 15th successful mission, questioning everything. Good morning. Good morning, Bryonic Bird.
Skating area. Guess it was nothing.
Alarm level 1. Guards now searching additional sectors.
Yeah, so some of them are gonna have their guards ritual change. Most of them were still in the middle of changing, so they're not gonna change again. Have you seen this file? 500 infiltrations, not a single safe left behind. Just remarkable. That Goose is going to run invisible one day. Olivia Gladstone, 2074. The monster's like, I'm being replaced by a goose. It's like, this is Monster, I want to introduce you to my new right-hand operative. This is Goose. And he's like, I've been replaced by a goose. First the cat, now the goose. We tried everything to bridge that damn goose. To bribe that damn goose, but nothing worked until we found his weakness. Gorn. We do need a goose contingency mod that adds more anti-goose guards. I took him under my wing. And in a way you could say, he took me under his. What? Has more AP when... Oh, okay. I was like, what? Sounds? Okay, I guess Conway is not leaving that way after all. We can open this. Okay, you should not see me when you do that. You know what? We will do the small stem. Okay. I think we can drop the boss card. Damn, I missed a poll on proceeding. Have you taken a gander at this file's file? That is amazing. We should use the multiplayer code to make a tag mod where the chasing player is monster and everyone else is a goose. I'm in favor of it. That would be very funny. Evil mod idea. Guard who's completely normal, except he makes confusing sounds and sparkly effects to mislead the operator. That would probably genuinely cause me to miss something important. I'm gonna drop this here. Okay, where are you going? Ah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. We're gonna follow you in to steal your stuff. We don't know where you're going. Get you. This is fine. Oh. Well, never mind. That's not good.
I must be jumpy tonight.
Oh, we might have to use a rewind for that. I thought we already had discovered all of the guards. I guess that's me being complacent.
Looking around. Guess it was nothing.
Should have quit. Go back to school, Crumble. Yeah, you do have... I mean, supposedly you are less likely to get shot at school. Yeah, I have nothing to save her. No. No, she'd get shot here. Yeah, no. We don't want that. We're gonna rewind on that. Just... But not even Goose can save it. Rewind is her only hope. Yeah. So we know this guy comes in here. So either we need to hide behind here or we probably just want to hide behind here. Drop that. Assuming I won't need it anymore. There. I should have done a diagonal there. No big deal. You know this went fine.
Warning.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, we still need the power cell.
Looking around.
These guys are gonna make it annoying
Guess
for
it
me
was
though.
nothing.
So pick that guy's pocket.
Must be
I guess Goose had to return here twice, but that's fine. Maybe we pick that guy's pocket.
imagining things.
He did spawn in, so he won't have any pocket money, but he sometimes... We found that sometimes they do get... I have bread mints. You want some? I do. I save for my cover. What are you getting at? That you should get some dental. Never mind. Dude, just take the bread mints. Okay, I would like to attack you.
Hey, what was that?
I didn't need that stim. I was like, let's get in and out, but... The guard's probably really happy to finally be able to take him out of the power closet. He's like, oh gosh dang it, finally a change of patrols. Or he was like, oh gosh dang it, a change the patrols. I don't get to finish my handheld gaming console. I was just playing phone games. I'm gonna drop you for a second, because I will pick you back up in a moment. What do you have for me? See, this is why we check. Sometimes they do get stuff. Uh, oh. Well, that's a slight problem. Okay. And just like the way.
Hold on. You hear something?
Little tappy tap. A smidge of a jazz routine. Okay, we're dropping these guys there. Next turn we'll drop that there, and then if he goes through there, we'll... We don't want him distracted there. Okay, where are you going? Gotcha. We'll be here then. You shouldn't see us here. Okay, so this is fine now. He's gonna check there. We're gonna have stuff. We're gonna need help carrying this all to the exit. Then you're gonna need to... Yeah, you have just enough space to grab that and get to the exit. And you should have enough space to help with carrying the other stuff. But yeah, this is exactly like, this is why you search even the guards that get teleported in, because sometimes the anarchy rule makes you find items. I wonder what like the in-lore reason of, yeah, they come in with a charge pack and a med gel. Like, are they, I guess they're like, oh, I'm called in from my other position. I'm expecting trouble. I hope they didn't have to pay for that from their own salary though. But in this universe, they probably do. But let's hope they don't, because then I feel less bad about stealing their pocket money.
You must be joking today. Investigating area. Guess it was nothing.
Could use a drink right about now. Fair, man. One turn and we can use that. I love Goose leaving the room with the intel, seeing an unpocketed guard walk in and quietly following him. Yeah, it's like... We could leave quietly, but also we had an unpocketed guard and we can't leave him. Okay, that's a smidge annoying. I guess we'll wait here. Or let's wait here. Let's be super extra safe about it. These guys walk back in and then we get out. Yeah, okay, so this guy walks there. We drop this here. Decker is just gonna be the eyes of the operation for a bit.
Warning, demon installed.
Grab that.
Secure that power cell. Get it back to the jet operator.
Okay. Okay, both of these guys are tanked. Okay, so that guy's going up there. This guy's walking there. That guy's walking in here. How are you? Okay. But technically, you've been searched. You've been searched. I should be able to walk in here fine. You shouldn't turn around, right? But you walk in watching that. I might want to stick behind here, because if I go here and you're there, and then I need to turn back around, then I'm in trouble. So I guess Olivia will need to wait here for a minute. Imagine they get an annual equipment budget of like 20 credits. Everything over that, they have to pay out of pocket. This simulates metal sales without actually hurting anyone. Devious. That would be typical of this world, and I feel kind of bad. I'm not stuck in here with you, Mr. Card. You're stuck in here with me. Good. Yeah. Yeah. The goose is our one is our singular martial artist. Actually. Yeah, I really wish I had a cloak on Olivia right now, but we don't. Gonna need to just be patient. But we could ping, but I feel like that might make things worse. We're gonna wait a minute. Oh, what did you say? Ah, probably wasn't anything important. Pick it up with the union. Ah, yeah. Very funny, Chris. There aren't any more unions. The goose's quack jutsu is strong. The guard is willfully missing the portable server at this point. He's like, I'm not paid enough to deal with this shit. I'm just going to pretend I don't see it. I don't see this giant man hiding behind this weird art installation. Like, I'm not paid enough to confront this. I like staying alive. He seems to have a gun. Okay. So technically we could... Interesting. Technically we could step around here and then step up to there, right? We could go there and then there and then there, and you shouldn't be noticed. And I think I might actually do that, because the closer I get to the exit, the safer I feel.
Huh?
Can't even pickpocket him no more. Too bad that this guy is gonna stand right there, though. You know what? This might be time for a Stim 5, just so I can get her out of here. Or Stim 5, Stim 4. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll go away. And it's like, yeah. See, if I go confront him, I might get shot. And I like my organs inside my body. Like, he's like, I like not being shot. Where are you going to go next? Okay. Alright. So I need to get Goose over here to help pick up all of these stuffs so we can get out. And I need you to just get out, so we're gonna stim ourselves. We could now tag everyone. Leave my internal organs alone. No, I don't need to fill them with lead. I don't need a new lead piercing. I think this would be the shortest route. If I go stand there. You should not see me when you turn around. Here. But it'll probably be a smidge safer if I stand here instead. Then you'll definitely not see me. Yeah, no, we'll go this way. You'll just stay there, guarding our stuff. And you need to come back too. Looking good. I could hack another thing to give Goose another boost. will be out of the room, and that's slightly nicer. And Goose can also go invisible in case we need to. Look, man, whatever that trench guy is doing with his laptop behind the yard is being pixelated. I'm not dealing with that.
Things.
Like, my ocular implants can't even perceive him, so properly. Like, he is being filtered out, so whenever someone is like pixelating themselves in real life, they're clearly powerful enough to not want to be seen. And you know what? I respect that. I respect his privacy. I'm not even gonna question it. I don't get paid enough to deal with that. You see? I just don't. Where are you going? Okay. No, I respect it. Like, yeah, you know what? He's like, yeah, I'm good actually. Also, didn't his grayscale sprites get pixelated in the update? Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they used to in one of these views be. I guess Luna did not update mods. I did update the mods. I updated them right as I was told about it before I started this mission. Wait a minute. Wait a minute with you. We can walk you all the way over there. Or I can hide you here. You'll be watching this, but... Oh, but did you restart the game? It's a silly update. I did restart the game. Because otherwise, Goose wouldn't have as many inventory spots as Goose has now. Goose has more inventory space. So at least the Goose update worked. Or do I want you all the way there? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just bring you all the way there. But yeah, the way the updater works is kind of silly. It does throw me off a bit. Smidgen. Okay, slow but steady wins the race. It's like, I'm avoiding this situation. I'm not touching that.
Warning, data installed.
I guess I'll go in through this way. Is this like an enforcer problem? Yeah. But you know, fair on him. I'll hunt you some things like this and this and that. Goose. Goose can go in there. Olivia can go. Conway can go. And I'm Rowdy. Good job, everyone. Not bad. Not bad at all.
That contact list will prove invaluable when planning our next move. Excellent work.
I never considered that Conway's pixelation was like a permanent mini cloaking universe, though. I love it. He is a private detective. He's like, yeah, so on my detective work, I'm pixelated. It's like, it's not perfect. He can still be found, but it's like his identity will be secret. If he were to turn it off in his private life, but I could see him always having it on, meaning that he's actually extremely recognizable on accident. It's like, so you're the pixelated guy. It's like, how did you know? It's like, well, right now you're pixelated. He's like, damn it. Puts the private in private detective. Exactly. That could be a slogan. Ooh, a buster chip level 2. I have been wanting to change them out. Thank you.
Funny how that. Then, are you ready to take on the world?
Mm-hmm. I sure am. Let's see. So we're gonna put that in there. And that in there. And we're gonna... See, I like the idea of a paralyzer. But I don't think I want a paralyzer level 1. I'll give the... Buster chip to you. Yeah. That goes to you. I can't turn it off, actually. Booster chips. Yeah. Either he like forgets to turn it off, or it's like, yeah, actually, I'm not able to turn it off. Oops. This is why you don't buy things for cheap. Actually, let's see. What do we got?
Another battery?
I've uncovered more information. The reservoir wasn't built to house a human intelligence after all. It was built specifically to house an AI.
But that isn't massively over-engineered. There are no known AIs other than Incognita that would come close to requiring its full capacity.
The gasp.
Exactly. So either they're hiding an as yet undetected supermassive intelligence somewhere on the net,
Or they built it specifically to house Incognita.
ominous either way. Maybe you should have a chat with that thing and see if it knows anything.
Incognita is structurally incapable of hiding secrets from me. I programmed her myself, and I didn't teach her how to lie, even by omission.
Yeah, so about that.
Children do grow up to surprise us.
I mean, even if you didn't teach her how to lie by omission, your entire job is constantly hiding things. Surely she would have picked up something along the way. Oh, of course it's on the other side of the world. Okay, doing this would still make this... I still kind of want to get to the cybernetics lab, though. I could hit this cybernetics lab, then hit this one. So that would be 20. And then... It's 12 hours anyway. So then it would go to 8. And then we have 3, and then we could hit one final thing. Structurally incapable. Central's her administrator, though, so to the extent she can have one. Yeah, clearly she learned a lot from Mom on accident. Yeah, I think we're gonna get rid of the paralyzer. I like stims. Stims are good. Stims are the thing that'll save you when you're in a bind where you're accidentally too few steps. I'll sell one of the buster chips because we upgraded this one. I like having one on Conway. I guess maybe the EMP pack shall not stay on Conway, but on Goose. Then again, having Goose have 2. You know what? We'll make Goose a hacking Goose, because I don't want Conway to. Conway ended up being over encumbered last mission. Central programmed Incognita the same way was programmed Grog. Nah, give Central a little more credit than that. Come on.
Central told me you'd call. The more you buy and sell, you keep me in stock, and I'll keep you in credits.
You know, we'll give you at least 1 hacking, so you 2 can use the EMP pack. How dare you, pup? Central programmed Incognita the same way Cave Johnson programmed GLaDOS. GLaDOS wasn't really programmed though. She was more like stuck into a machine brain. Okay, yeah, so this looks good. Yeah, I like this setup. We're gonna go check the cybernetics lab, then we're gonna free someone from the detention center, check another cybernetics lab probably, and then maybe a server farm or a vault, but probably the server farm because we are good on the monies. GLaDOS was kidnapped. Yeah. So, unless, I mean, I have a lot of money, but I kind of want to save that for my last agent.
The
So we're gonna
corporation.
go in. Let's see if we find anything good.
Transport beams moving on. Prepare for disintegration and reintegration, of course.
Yeah, that last bit is pretty important. I really do like being reintegrated. Honk. Nobody answering the honk. Already looking at operator. When you kidnap an AI, is it called chipnapping? That's clever. Okay. That's looking like a person vision.
You see that?
Yeah. Oh, combined with a camera. Oh, a camera database. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I don't know what... I'm hoping to find the daemon database before hacking this thing, but I don't want to have to... Hack attack. Okay, I do love him saying that. I don't want to have to circle back too much either. Let's see. Step here and then go here. As long as nobody steps into there, would be good. Could also go there. Maybe have Goose pickpocket him.
What?
Interesting.
Oh.
A lot of on-site databanks here. Might be worth a search.
Okay. We did find a detention center, but currently we're in a cybernetics thing because that was close by. This is when you use the stims.
You see that? Hey, what was that? You see that?
Good.
Did you hear that?
And then you go here and look around, and then we sneak around the back the next turn. It's a bit of a shame because we have a lot of speed, but oh, we do want that daemon database.
Warning, daemon installed.
Okay, that is a little smidge annoying. Because of course Goose now has the EMP back. And of course it is authority of all things. Okay, we kind of want to EMP that then. But yeah, data banks. I barely ever get those. Okay. I would like a Volt Disruptor for Olivia, but not a level 1. Paralyzer level 3 could be nice, but I barely ever use a Paralyzer, so... Not really too charmed. Haven't been doing my family research lately, so decided to start again now. Trying to find a relative in the church books, but damn, she's a tough one to find. Pheromone filter's great on Conway, in my opinion. Oh? I never... Paralyzer and Goose could be useful. True, Paralyzer on Goose, but Goose is already carrying so much. You guys do have a point. Reading church books is close to translating a foreign language. Best of luck.
I'm sending you a worm virus. Install it at the terminal and it'll stream data back to us.
Get started. And then I want to wait with some of my other... I might actually... drop this for a sec, deploy this for like 1 turn and then pick it up next turn. It's a little inefficient, but it'll get me some power.
Investigating. Must be imagining things.
From that sample data packet, traces of invisible came up. If we've got time, wiping us from all these drives might be a wise choice. Recover some of our stolen archives. Incognita has detected multiple ECCM signals. There must be some of FTM's powerful scanning devices in the complex. They will detect your team's location each alarm level. Make sure to shut them all down.
Oh. Wow, this guy has a ton of stuff. Okay. Well, dang. I kind of want to get Goose up there to EMP that safe, though. We could cloak and go through there. I guess I could also see what happens if this guy spots Goose, but I'm a little worried, you know? I don't entirely want to... I guess this might be a good time to try it out. We do have a rewind. He will still overwatch you. Okay. So probably no then. Okay, so he'll overwatch me, but then... How does it work exactly? It just won't tick the alarm. Oh, okay. Yeah, so... Interesting. So he'll see me, he'll overwatch me, and then when I get out of sight, he'll be confused and it won't tick the alarm at the beginning. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That would... So still not something you'd want to mess with too much, but in that case, I do still think I'd like to EMP that. So I might just... He will revert to an alert next turn when Goose is not discovered. Now I'm wondering, what if I go invisible and scurry? Would that count as an attack, even if when I'm not running? Yeah, I do hear something there, but I think I'd really like Goose over there. I am going to actually cloak.
Do you see that? Hold on. You hear something?
I think I do like shock traps, and they could be good for Goose, but I might sell it because it's gonna take up so much space. At the very least, I want to sell this charge back. Currently, they don't get alerted at all. They can be a bit weird. Other guards walk by while Goose is Overwatch, though. I lost my old family through the faulty external hard drive, and back then I had around 10k people dying. But having it done that way means synth admins don't run at the side of Goose. To be fair, Goose isn't a very intimidating site. Yeah, I guess pheromone filters could be good, but I tend to not be very aggressive with downing people, especially later on when... Like, I guess early on, pheromone filter on Conway when you jump on a bunch of people would be super strong. But seeing as we don't get through armor, and like in the second half of all the missions, basically all guards have at least one armor, it becomes a lot less usable. Paralyzer could be good for Goose though. It's just... I guess maybe I... The admins and VIPs in this match will just stand and watch Goose and follow it around even. I love it. Is that... Is that a goose? Are you seeing that goose? Like, yeah. Word of the day. Imbrogoli. Noun. A difficult or intricate situation. Imbroccoli? Yes. Yeah, I like shock traps. They can be super useful, but I already am carrying so much stuff. I guess we could keep the shock trap a little longer. I want Goose to go get that. I'll get you. Maybe... Should I sell those in Brooks? So, if I grab the... See, I barely ever use the paralyzer, is the thing. It's a good item. It is. And it would be definitely useful for Goose after Goose has knocked someone out and we want them to stay down for longer. That would be very invaluable. However, I also have a lot of stuff already. Oh. I didn't mean... I don't know what button I pressed, but oops. I'm sure that's fine. I guess maybe I'll give the EMP back to you, but then... You got a very full inventory. And I need you to pick that thing up also. Yeah, I think I might sell the shock trap, grab the paralyzer? I don't know. I just don't want to have too much stuff. Yeah, this is nice though. It's just I have too much... I don't have enough inventory space to carry all of these items. I think carrying around a paralyzer on Goose would be clever though. I already got the flashback. That does have a much longer cooldown. Oh. Ay. Yeah. I think I do want to... Like, I want the paralyzer. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna sell the shock trap. And the pheromone filter, I just don't have space for now. If I really, really want it, I'll have to go back. Pronounced Imbrolio. A part of something I want to do for myself in the new year is purchase myself a word of the day book to try help me expanding my vocabulary. As I often can't find the right word and feel like as someone who's kind of an idiot, it will help expand my knowledge a bit too. It only just arrived. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Pick that up before I run into Goose. Oh, another data bank. What I really want is to find... Yeah, I wanted to find you. Okay, 2 turns. Still, that's... You stay there, wait till that goes, and then grab that and then get out. Let's explore bench first. Okay. Do I think Conway is gonna come past this? I hate my Brian sometimes. Brain. Poor Brian. This is why I hate it. I mean, typos happen to everyone. But I also have a 2026 bingo list in which my partner told me just stuff would be cool to achieve. And I'm like, alright, it's time to compete. Yeah, giving yourself fun little challenges. Nothing big. Like, I feel like New Year's resolutions that are too big are really hard to keep to. But like, it's sort of a fun challenge, like a bingo list or like a... I don't know. That is more helpful. Like a... what did I read? Like a fruit of the year. Like, oh, every time I see a new fruit, I buy it and I read its Wikipedia page and I try it out. Stuff like that. Okay, we need to do an outbreak. Be right back. And I'm back. Let me just make sure I'm up to date with the redeems. My last year was to learn sign language and I have my first exam in 2 months. Oh, cool! I did always want to learn sign language. Although, I found out I'm really bad at learning other languages, but maybe that was just written like... I don't know. It always seems neat to know. Like, I would need to learn like Dutch sign language though, because otherwise I wouldn't have much use of it in the Netherlands. Like, I have stuff like earn a qualification, read 3 books, 100 pages minimum, complete a game 100% more than 20 hours, get it to do, visit London, get back in shape, etc. Not all easy things, but some which are very easy. Yeah, having a nice mix. Good luck. Oh, I'm job hunting at the moment, and if I get one of the 2 big ones, I'm getting my first tattoo. Ooh, that is a fun goal. I know, drink coffee or something similar in sign language. Hey, it's a start. Hello, cute pirate lady. Hello, Fritz. I'm not cute though, but I am the only pirate lady here. Let's see. Just look around for a bit. So you're there. You're here. I'm gonna need to wait till we have more power. Sea shanties can't deny the lies ahead. I worked at a place many years ago where an employee was both deaf and couldn't speak, so I picked up that there. I see. It's a scorpion, but made out of a few different symbols that I'm attached to. Oh, that's cool. Let's grab that. Let's see. I would like to get that before Felix runs out. I'd also like these before the next thing activates. That's just enough to get this thing. Maybe if we wait a minute. Yeah, and I'll get you next turn. Also check in here. Okay. Oh, I so wish I had a Tony right here, right now, or an EMP. Oh well. Okay, you're standing still. Someone walks here, though. Can I go here and then still there? I think so. Let's not thank you. I want to save my power. Oh, that's my timer for my meds. 1 second. And a health check. I'll do that too. Okay. Stretchy stretch. Why is nothing... Okay, there we go. Now I can see the laser beam. Stretchy stretch. We wait for 10 seconds. Oh, the muscles don't like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm sore from yesterday. And posture and a sip of water. And let's see. Apparently Dutch Sign Language is derived from Old French Sign Language, like most European sign languages. So there's some basic overlap. A proficient signer can probably get by in any of them. Oh, that's neat. Oh, the French-based ones are the best to learn, to be honest, because that also covers a lot of American signs too. Yeah, but it does, like, change over time, right? Because people, like, groups will... The language will change in those groups, like with time, so not everything will stay the same. Also, hello Sil and hello Hecataris, hope you're both doing good. Agents passing the EMP like salt at the table. I'm learning a word mix of BSL, which covers Kanzuk folk, and ISL, which is also French-based. Interesting. Yeah, sign language is very insular. The dialects are way more distinct than even spoken ones, in my opinion. Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah, not bad. Thank you. Yourself? I'm very sore from yesterday. I carried all the groceries back. I went grocery shopping with my mom in the cold. Because she's got her arm in a cast. And my arms and shoulders did not like me doing that. But hey, pain is gain, I guess. Yeah, we're not going to EMP all of these guys in time for Felix, but we can at least grab this thing. And I guess we could grab one power thing. There. Well, this should be useful. And then... we'll need to come back for that. Okay. Well, if we could get that camera, then next turn we could get you. Drop that there. Stay here just in case. So we're gonna go next turn probably hack into there. Hack into that one with Incognita. Get that power with Conway. And then somewhere in this section is also the exit. So we don't want to grab too many of these because we want to hopefully grab those with Conway. My dialect is Northern Ireland, which is why it's a mess. Gonna get those arm muscles pumped. Yee. But still, if you learn a French-based alphabet, that will get you 85% of the way to Europe and the Americas. Sounds pretty effective. Get all 4 tans, ringtail, the scorpion size. I don't know, it needs to be legible, but also I'm not a massive tattoo guy. Also very indecisive and changeable myself. Yeah, that's the one downside of tattoos. You're kind of, like, stuck with whatever your taste was at the time. That's why I'm afraid to get a tattoo myself, because I know my taste changed so much, and I'm like, yeah, I'm too indecisive for a tattoo. Spending power to get access to console for power? Madness and intriguing. It'll have to be next turn, though. But yeah, spending 3 power will get us way more power, though. With the bonus from Conway. It'll get us 8 power in total, which will be worth it, I think. Goose. So we want to get those data banks. I don't want to have to backtrack. So I think we'll get Goose here. This is a fine spot. So next turn we grab this, we grab that, we hack that, and then hopefully hack both of these and have Goose and Conway working on those. And we'll have Olivia check these guys, search him, maybe work on this thing, and then we'll all push through here. Probably need to check a bit what's here still. And we want to hack those scanning things before they we are at the next thing. Didn't get to make full use of Felix, unfortunately. Yeah, we have data banks. I never find these. I've had the design for like 10 years. I'm pretty sure I still want it. I think 10 years is more than enough time to be sure about the design. I honestly, I love seeing other people with tattoos. I think it's so cool. Hello, give me your pocket money. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna go get into you. Wait, could we run a double ping? Would that be possible? Could I have 2 pings? So I could ping more for my ping? Aww. You cannot have 2 in the same program. Really? Oh, okay. I never tried. Yeah. Aww. We can't have double ping for a ping. You know, I wouldn't mind wrench. Wrench might be kind of nice. Like... I have space, I have money, and when I find something else, I'll throw out Abacus first. I think I'm just gonna grab wrench. Like, I might as well. I could even use wrench to grab a couple of these and get them open with... Or, well, no, let's see our trick first. We'll need to grab this one. I could run. Do I want to run? Should be relatively safe. Pro tip, always stop to read other people's emails. That'll give us 10. I do kind of want to grab these to start to work on that, and I want to get this guy. But say I need 7 to get one of these. Or that one I'm definitely not getting. And also, someone is probably watching here, right? Yeah, I mean, I could get to this one, but getting out of there might be a little tricky. Yeah, I might just not get them with Felix. I mean, it's not like I'm short on money. But I know I want you. And I want to make sure I get you. So Goose can start working on that.
Second drive is infected.
Bring that with us. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that I am wasting a lot of my AP. Like, I have a lot of things hacked, and it would be nice to make use of that to move very, very far. But I kind of don't want to have to backtrack to these things, and it's clear that the exit is either somewhere here or somewhere here. So... I think we're going to actually plonk the portable server down. And we'll hack this too. And get you to work on that.
This is the last one.
And then I think we're actually gonna go back with Olivia and start working on that. Although... the guard patrols will change. And right now, you're pretty easy to get to. See, if I go here, you'll see that. Then I should still be able to get out, I think.
What?
Yeah, and if I go here... if I go here, you shouldn't see me. Could also go around... But I want to get there. So if I go here, that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't trust that. That is a bad idea, but here should be fine. And then we'll move to there and get into that. The only thing I'm not 100% on is I have a food pork rune for Jay as a part of it, which is an in real life nickname for me, but technically speaking it's the IPA J, which is pronounced more like a y than a yay, which wasn't a sound in Old Norse, so it doesn't really fit, but I'm probably keeping it as the back leg on the scorpion since my mom's Norwegian, and also gives me an excuse to teach people about the runes in IPA. There's no better and nobler excuse to teach IPA. What does IPA stand for? I am terrible with abbreviations. Speaking of ancient tattoos, my bestie got the shoulder kelpie from the ancient Siberian Ice Maiden. That's so cool. That's so cool. I love that. Gosh, I love tattoos. I love people expressing themselves. Indian Pale Ale? That doesn't seem right. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to get into some data banks. IPA, International Phonetic Abbreviation. Oh, the thing I wanted to learn so I could pronounce things better. Shit, there was a Jolteon right here. No, he lost the Jolteon. Deactivate that. Jultia, no! Not abbreviation. My brain failed. Abbreviates the International Phonetic Alphabet. Anytime you see a word in italics starting with... Okay, yeah, so that's the thing I wanted to learn so I could pronounce things better. I still need to learn it. I'm a poor adult, aren't we all? Okay, let's get over here. Let's grab you. You're currently standing here, which means getting in here is safe. And we'll just get you to work on that. I mean, being delayed for 3 turns is actually quite a bit for me, because usually by now, like if I wasn't working on this, I would be near this end of the level, but like we're not backtracking, we're doing this now. And I guess we'll generate some power whilst we're at it. I kind of wish to check out what is over there. I can do that. Let's see. Clearly there's a guy there. We'll need to go all the way there later. I love how the goose can do this. Just the goose is aggressively packing and somehow that is hacking the thing. I love it. Ultimate hacker goose. Hold on, let me take a... I want a screenshot of the ultimate hacker goose hacking. Beautiful. IPA is really cool because it's an alphabet of every sound a human can make, and I adore it. I also had a resolution to learn it once. I got fairly good at it. I am also a poor adult. And if you do want to learn other languages, IPA is a great way to start. Yeah, so because I'm terrible at pronunciation, I wanted to learn that so I could get better at pronunciation. Imagine little Bill tapping all the keys. Yeah, it's adorable. Yeah, I really wanted to. Because I'm terrible at pronouncing certain English words, and if people could literally spell out to me which sounds I need to make, I think I'd do better at that. But I first need to learn the sound alphabet. Okay, hold on, my kitty wants out. How does one go about learning the sound alphabet? Like, is there a good place to start? Something you could recommend me? Warning, I'm terrible at learning languages. I thought I was great, but I just accidentally picked up English when I was younger. And that luckily stuck. And then when I had to learn in school, like French and German and Latin and ancient Greek, I failed at all of that. Like, I love Latin. I wish they would just let me stay in the class and fail at it, but still like pick up, I don't know, 10 words. But no such thing. I too am terrible at learning. It's one of my issues. Having 2 languages will give you a leg up statistically. Latin. I took 4 years in Latin. I would have, but I had to drop out in year 2 because my grades were that bad. They were like, yeah, you know, this isn't for you, so we'll drop you like a difficulty thing and just give you the modern language. And then it turns out I'm also bad at the modern languages. Funnily enough, when I had to take the tests verbally, because I tried that eventually, because basically one of my French teachers, Madame, don't want to say her actual name, but we called her Madame, what is a very French name? Instead of like teach, the teacher name we use for in Dutch. Like apparently I don't exactly remember myself. My mom was like, yeah, you were panicking the night before. Like thinking like you were gonna fail this, even though you were rehearsing. So I called the teacher and you spoke to her, and she like tested you, and she was like, yeah, you're gonna do fine. You know all the things. And then the next day I completely flunked the test, and she was like, wait, but like I literally spoke to her last night and she knew her stuff. Something is going on here. So then she tried giving me the test verbally. So just asking me straight, like no writing, no nothing. And then I still wasn't amazing, but I passed it. For some reason, the moment I have to write words down, something goes wrong. I still think I might actually be dyslexic, because I had a test done and I was just above like the margin. But certain like letter fonts, I just can't read. Like if I try, yeah, but it gives me a headache. There's a website called IPA chart that lets you press the symbols and you hear the sounds. Beyond that, looks at words you know and get used to how those are IPAs. Ooh, could you send me that website? Could you like DM me either on Discord or in Twitch? I bought Alice in Wonderland written in IPA and cross-referenced it, keeping in mind it's written received pronunciation. And I was gonna say, oh, the thing I love but hate is I love cryptography, but geez, that stuff is insanely difficult. I had like a cryptography phase where I loved like breaking ciphers. I wasn't great at it, but it was fun. Dear God, I hate standardized testing and I don't miss it. Yeah, stress is also... Yeah, I was under a lot of stress in high school. High school was not a fun time for me. It was in fact a very terrible time. Like, awful time, really. When I get that feel, I'm expected to write stuff down. I'm like, well, I'm fucked, but I have conversations with me. Sure, I'm dumb, but I'm not as dumb as I might seem on paper. It's just like, I'm okay with testing when it comes to math. I was always pretty good at that. But for some reason, words. I also, I couldn't tell you the spelling rules for either English or Dutch. And when I was learning English, my Dutch went backwards for a bit. Because I think I just memorized how the words are supposed to look instead of being able to actually properly figure out the word. Like, I just memorized them as pictures. So that's why I struggled with English and Dutch for a bit, because they have the same picture. So then I'm looking at a word, I'm like, okay, this picture is correct, but is it correct for this language? I memorized them as pictures. Yeah, that's a dyslexia. Yeah, but I had the test done and I failed, or well, I passed. I barely passed, but I passed. They were like, yeah, you're not. And technically, I always loved reading as a kid. I can read fine. Most of the time. When the letters aren't being mean to me. Like, I can read the chat. I never mess up in chat. Okay, I sometimes mess up, but basically never. I don't have that thing where I switch B and P's around. But I do get, like, certain fonts make me sad. Certain fonts I look at and I'm like, I could if I really tried, but this is unpleasant. You're reading a second language, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I never learned English from school. I picked up English through video games. I already knew English when I came into high school because of video games and because TV was in English with subtitles. I didn't learn English in the school system. English came to me and I was like, I'm great at languages, but no. I just got... I don't know. I used to be able to speak English with a British accent. Yes, I spoke British with... Thanks, brain. Because that's the English we learned in school, but I kind of unlearned that. Now my English is just a mixture of what my mouth is allowed to pronounce, because in my head it sounds different. My mouth just doesn't like doing certain movements. I still trip up on the R for some reason, even though in Dutch I can say the R perfectly fine. I think it is because the Dutch, it's like a rolling R, like a rrr. But in English you're not supposed to do that, which trips me up. I find that if I take my time to read something at my own pace, on my own, I rarely have difficulties unless I don't understand the words. But as soon as I'm doing it with other people, I panic and my anxiety suddenly finds every word so hard to decipher that I misread everything. Yeah, stress gets ya. The powdered lady trips up on the R, eh? Yeah, it's kind of funny when you put it like that. Okay, so this person is gonna come in here. I think hacking from this side should still be fine. And we should still be fine on those guys. I'm just gonna stay there for a moment. Brummies, where I grew up, actually do the rolled R. How do you incorporate a rolled R? Oh, the same people who published Alice in IPA also do de avonturen van Alice in Wonderland.
One down. That's 2 clean. Good, that's all of them.
Hey, full
Grab that
streak.
disk of recovered data. Even though we just got it back, it might be prudent to find someone willing to trade it for some credit.
Well, it's more tapped R, but it's the same motion. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought all brains recognize words as a whole. Most people gloss over typos, but when they notice they don't recognize a word, they have to put effort into learning it, I think. Yeah, I think it's a combination. The words are saved in, I believe, whole, like, bits. And that's why we read over typos often, because we still recognize the word. It's also... I am terrible. And you know those puzzles where they scramble a word? I'm terrible at those. At least in English. In Dutch, I used to be pretty good at it. I'm not sure if I could do it now. It's probably because it's a foreign language. It's like I look at the word, I'm like, yeah, I'm... no clue. During a D&D session, someone asked me a question during combat I was running. One person asked me, does it hit? I want to do this. Can I do this? Another person telling me that he can use his ability as many times as he wants because it's not in his PDF while I'm sitting there looking for the info about his abilities. Trying to keep an eye on the monster's health and my armor class. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot. Oh, I love anagrams because they're messed up in my brains anyways. Like, I'm great at anagrams in Dutch, or at least used to be. I haven't seen a Dutch anagram in forever. But in English, they trip me up so badly. The puzzles where they scramble words, you mean CAPTCHA? I mean... You're not wrong. I guess, yeah. I guess CAPTCHA would count, huh? Okay, let's get these fools out of here. I want you to take some of this. So you can grab that. So we already searched you. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so is that our exit? Does this connect back? I really hope so. Otherwise, we have an annoying split to deal with. How are you still at alarm level 1? Did I mess up something or are you gone? I've just been talking a lot. And I tend to... So, my personal record is finishing a level before even hitting alarm level 1. I tend to be quick and sneaky. That's my preferred method. Okay, so this is fine. Yeah, no, Goose didn't get seen at all. We have normal progression. You didn't turn off the I'm glad you're gone. I mean... and you know what? I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm totally a god at this game. Hubris? What is that? Never heard of her. Okay, so that's fine. I need to get you over there. That is fine that way. I guess I'll bring Goose... you know what? I should have given the EMP back to Goose. This doesn't look like it's gonna connect. Maybe we'll get Goose the... but you're gonna block that, aren't you? Like a meanie. I could get Goose the EMP back and then maybe... Then again, we don't really need to EMP that. Is this near the exit though? We could leave some of our stuff there so we aren't as encumbered. Oh, this is a wall. You know what? Let's stim. This is what we have stims for. You won't be seen here. We'll be able to get through here. We might be able to drop some stuff in this little nook. Maybe even set up the server farm. And this is the exit. And then we'll see what we got here. And then we probably have to go there for our actual objective. I would like to see you try the goose passive more in that case. Because you should basically be invisible. Oh my god, that's a goose only doorway. It is a goose only doorway. Yeah, we just stick there. We're good like this. The ball of doom.
Looking around. Nothing.
Okay, that's all fine. We searched you, we searched you, we searched you. We cannot search the ball of doom, unfortunately. I feel there's a mean misconception that the DM is a computer that runs the game for the players, when really the DM plays the dungeon as if we're a character with a dozen familiars. Luckily, my table is awesome and fair and fun and funny. Yeah, like, you should give your DM the time to do things. You shouldn't all ask stuff of the DM. DMing is really hard. I've only done it a couple times, but I have immense respect for people who run games, and I think all players should. Okay, I need to know where you're going. Gotcha. Would really like to place the portable server here. But I am one turn out. What do you got on you? Okay. Where are you going? Gotcha. I am going to... Am I going to drop that here, or am I going to carry that? I also kind of want to know what's here. Could use a stim for that. Or hack something.
There's the cyber.
Oh.
I hope they sterilize the machines at the end of the last shift.
Okay. I see. That is actually rather convenient for me. Then... I do still need you to grab all those things, though. But that also means I'm probably... Oh, we have another... Oh, we have another Felix. Okay, hold on. One thing hacked. Two... Okay, so these are also... If I activate Felix and then grab those... Other things I found which really got me is a lot of conflicting opinions, which started feeling quite frustrating. Sometimes a group just doesn't function together. That's why session 0 is very important, to establish what everyone wants from the game, including the DM. Like if you want to run a more silly campaign, or if you want to run something really serious, and what people's no-goes are. Tame the Damon Kitty. I love myself a Felix. Yeah, you gotta enforce the DM word law. It should be collaboration. Luna has DM'd before. Yeah, I haven't DM'd a lot though. I do want to DM more, but I haven't. Like, setting up a campaign takes a lot of time. I don't have that kind of time. I think we should be good. Yeah. Let's see. You have been searched. You've been searched. You have been searched. Where are you going? Okay. Let's be careful. Okay. Would love a P downlink for you. Okay, next turn we can grab all of those. Now we're not in a hurry. We'll find a place to put the portable server next turn. I don't think anyone is there, but I'll put you there. And I guess I want Goose there too. I could run. You'll look at this spot, but that's fine, honestly. Yeah, and that's no biggie.
Did you hear that?
Okay, nice. In example, one person doesn't like that someone else min-max the character, so tries to push for their character to be as powerful via arguing with the DM. Or one character has their only way of doing anything blocked off due to different environments, and they are unhappy that their character is now at risk of taking damage. Can at least admit, like, this is why it's important to work together like a team. Yeah, that sounds like a bit of a dysfunctional group. That's difficult. It might be, if it happens a lot, it might be time to like have a adult conversation with everyone, being like, hey, so I want all of you to enjoy the game. And this is starting to be more like every player for themselves, and that's not what D&D is about. So let's talk about how we can make this fun for everyone. You know? Because yeah, it sucks when your character gets blocked from doing, like, being useful.
Must be imagining things.
And not everything will always be perfect, but that's something you should sometimes then just discuss out of the game. Reminds me of recently we had a thing where our DM was like, oh, I'll introduce these will-o-wisps, and because we're playing Pathfinder. And I'm playing a druid, so I'm in Pathfinder, it's basically you can't have a dex attack build unless you're a rogue, pretty much, because otherwise the only way to make stronger melee attacks is to just have all your points in strength. But because I'm a mage, I put my points in magic, which means basically I can't hit anything with melee. I'm useless. Like, the chance that I'm hitting anything is very low, and even if I hit, I do like maximum 4 points of damage, which is nothing. This late in. I'm like, we're level 9. But we had these will-o-wisps for an encounter that should be a low-level creature. And because we have a new player who joined us who is not familiar with tabletops, and it was just me and her for a bit because the other player was traveling, so he couldn't join us for a bit. So it's like, oh yeah, we're in a swamp, will-o-wisp, fitting. Will-o-wisps are the only creature that are completely immune to magic. And also we were in the bog, and for some reason my nature fucking druid rolled a nat 1 at recognizing the area. So I went full on in the bog, head under, and suffocation rules are terrible, and she wasn't actually strong enough to pull herself out. Like, even with a nat 20, I wouldn't have pulled myself out because I have just a flat strength and I have no training in athletics, which means I guess a nat 20 might have pulled me out because of the rules of a nat 20 making the success one higher. But otherwise I would have drowned if I hadn't been pulled out, because you can't cast spells when suffocating. It would immediately pull you to drowning. So even if I could have cast something like fly or, I don't know, water breathing, which technically it's a mug, so even that wouldn't work. On top of that, I couldn't fight the will-o-wisps because no magic works against them. Which means the other character was having me dying on them. And then even when I was pulled up, had to fight all alone. And also will-o-wisps go invisible. I did have the fairy fire spell, so I could make them not go fully invisible, but they would still be hidden, which means you have to pass a flat check to hit them at all. We were being demolished. Jazz is a druid being completely new. Yeah, it felt very unfitting. I was like, yeah, I flunked my roll to investigate this area, but this doesn't seem right. So we had to end halfway through the fight, and the DM ruled like next, like, yeah, so I didn't realize these were so broken. Later on, I researched more, and a lot of people complained about it. So we'll just say that you totally won that fight, nothing bad happened, and we'll move on from there. Because basically, being made to be unable to do much of anything to help is not fun. I wouldn't say dysfunctional. It feels more like everyone wants to feel like the hero at all the same time. I'm a bit like, okay, let's spotlight this character. And another character will just go, I'm joining in to do this. And I'm like, so let's focus back on the spotlighted character. The other characters continue. Then I join in to do this. And I'm like, my dude, I know you understand what I'm trying to do. Let them have a moment. Yeah, I had a Magus in Pathfinder, which is silly fun. Cast lightning in my own sword and jab it at the bad guy. That is fun. And a good friend who wrote a bunch of stuff for Pathfinder, official story things, I think. Oh, that is so cool. I agree. I actually hate min-maxing. I find that characters become statistics, and when the story is revolving around something like roleplay, it's just, my number is high, so I should succeed. I'm like, I want to know what you say or how you're doing it. It was a bulk gas mirror. Yeah, my druid failed so bad. So I rolled to identify what I saw at a distance, and I mistook the will-o-wisp for pixies because I rolled a nat 1. So then I went over there. Then I rolled too low on my perception, so I didn't see the quicksand, and I just fell in. And I build, like, I have high wisdom because that is what I cast Witch, and wisdom is also your perception. But yeah, my druid was not having a great day. We were kind of having an issue. We had a player who was a monster rule, so was a couple levels lower than the rest of the party. She got frightened by a will-o-wisp and spent the next hour running away from everything. Oh no. Like, I try to always lean into when my character fails. So originally, I had her trained in diplomacy because she was meant to be diplomatic druid. And she still likes to talk, only the dice decide that she fails at being diplomatic half of the time. Her assassin red friend is better at diplomacy, including every other fighter we've had. We have a revolving door of, like, basically tanks, and all of them have been better talkers than her, the one who canonically is supposed to be trained in diplomacy. It's very funny. And then once, as a joke, I was like, okay, I'll flirt with this person. And then I rolled, like, really good. So I kept doing it as a joke, and it kept working. So now she is the diplomatic druid who fails in diplomacy unless she's flirting. I never played such a character before, but it's very funny. It was meant to be a bit, and then the dice was just like, you know what would be hilarious. So yeah. She's also now partly a wizard because I really wanted to cast Fireball in a non-lethal way. Let's see, we're gonna... I do want you to turn around, so I'm not actually going to go... Oh wait, I needed to activate Felix first. Oops, my bad. Hold on. Oh well, we missed one save. That's not too bad. Huh. That was only 201. Shouldn't it be higher? That's interesting. Huh. Does it only... No, but surely it works after they've been hacked. Non-lethal fireball? Yeah, because as a wizard, it is a wizard, you can add modifiers to your spells for one extra action to do stuff like making them non-lethal. Because usually all spells are completely lethal. Oh, actually I played a Himbo Soldier and Trickreen in DnD 24 recently. Build him as a mastermind rogue and got a nat 1 on jumping over a river in combat. I spent like 5 rounds failing strength checks to get out. The bonus actioning helped the rest of the party while drowning. I often make so high roll doesn't mean success, because I don't like the idea of I rolled high, I succeed, by saying anything like, roll high, how do you convince the elf to give you more money for the job? I want money, gimme. Don't care if you rolled a nat 20, that's not convincing. The best way that situation turns out is they aren't slapping you. Maybe you say we did the best we could and put our lives on the line to retrieve these, protecting them with your own bodies, success. Nat 20 is just the best case outcome in my games. Yeah, and most of the time we try to roleplay and we try to say words, but also my DM also rules like, okay, your character would know this, so if you're really falling short, because we do tend to play everything out, but it's like, okay, your character would know how to say this convincingly, so do your best, or we can just imply that they did it. Because sometimes you still want people to live their power fantasy, even if they aren't capable of those things in real life. Like, it's just, you want them to try. Not just be like, I roll a nat 20, so they should give me all of their clothing. Because they're so grateful, they'll pay me with everything they have. That's silly. That's stupid. My DM wouldn't do that. It's like, yeah, no. Depending on how good of a rapport you have, and thus the actions in your story, you will change basically one level of what they're willing to do for you if you succeed in convincing them. And we've had like diplomatic encounters where I had to convince a group, and we basically had to make several rolls using several different skills. We could use several different skills to argue. In my case, because we were trying to convince a druid group to listen to us, my druid group, it was a long thing. And if we got enough checks good, then a larger part of the group would listen to us. We did pretty well, but we didn't do well enough that we couldn't prevent the group from splintering slightly. But that would have been nigh impossible. So it's stuff like that. It's like, because it isn't fun if the character that's supposed to be super good at something like completely fails at doing that thing all the time. Once or twice might be funny, but like all the time would be really unpleasant. So having it more of a gradation of like, yeah, you need multiple checks for like a long, like a big important action and event, and some strategy in there so you can influence it. I think the most important thing is that you feel like you have influence over it as a player. Like if you come up with actually a good plan or a good strategy and it's completely ruined by the dice without you having any control over it, that does take away some of the fun. Also, hi VIP. BBTA games have a great line, which is, as a fan of your character, it's also built in partial successes, which I love. Yes, but if I have people who can and are just making their character into statistics, they can use skills that numbers have little bearing over. I like studying Invisible Ink for ideas of failure gradient. Spotted, hide or attack something. Agent Salt, get Mitchell or drag them out or something. IA failed rolls and bad plans or setbacks, repairable and recoverable. In one game I play, we have a wizard who is renowned as the party tank, and his nemesis is stairs, and I love it. That is funny. If the role has no story uncertainty, you don't really need to roll. Yeah. That too. I like... in games too. I like when you fail and you can still repair. I think Invisible Ink honestly is the best when I mess up at first. Of course, you are most best off when you aren't messing up, but... let's get you over here. Okay, we'll wait here for a moment. I want her to get in and out of there. Actually, could I, if you go look here, and we'll wait a turn, we'll go grab that next turn, check that, then check these things.
Investigating area.
I have this feat in Pathfinder, by the way, that's called Reassurance, where you can basically, for one skill, take Reinsurance, where you basically have, whenever you need to do a roll, you do 10 plus your like skill modifier, and that is your roll, which means you'll never roll higher than average. So if you want higher than that, you're out of luck. But it can mean that you're more consistent with things, which I did take on nature, and it's been very nice. Like sometimes I'll still be like, I'm risking it, and sometimes the risk is not worth it, but I like stuff like that, and it does take like a full skill feat to do that, which you can have other useful stuff for. At the same time, having partial successes or gradations of failure, depending on what you do, or not having it like fully mess you up is nice. The gradient is what allows crazy saves, which is half the fun. Yeah, you fell down a big set of spiral stairs and took quite a lot of damage. In our Christmas one-shot, we all had Muppets except one guest character from our main campaign. And since we were playing the game as if we were recording a movie, instead of a health bar, the big bad had a budget. The more cinematic we made our attacks, the more budget would use up. And we ran out of film cut to black. That is very fun. He has a weapon I made called the poop knife. It's just a nasty old pretty disgusting steak knife, rustless as heck, with a rotting wooden handle and a dirty cloth wrapped around it. It's called the poop knife. That's a great idea. Yeah, I like battles where it isn't focused on the HP, but it's got like another objective. If I ever were to be a DM again myself, I would want to focus on battles with more either environmental factors or other ways of winning. Maybe not all the time, but some of the times, you know? Tuna DMs, man. I'm in. Let's do it.
A few more hours of juice for Incognita. Get that back to
Unfortunately,
set, operator.
I do not have the time and energy to run a campaign. I have a lot of other things to do, like work on the stream and art and other stuff. I'm waiting in Discord VC as we speak. Agreed. Monster motivations and tactics, in my opinion, more important than stats. Political factors change the world. Let's see what we got here. Skeletal suspension. Well, that's not useful for Goose, at least. And what do you got? Gel injectors. I don't like gel injectors, even as someone who likes to be out before, like before we even hit like level 3 of the security level. I mean, 1 per alarm. So at level 2, you're basically at medium, and then if you're in a high, like I don't like, I like the idea, but the fact that it goes in the negative, I don't know. Gel injectors is bad. Yeah, like if it was basically you only have it in the beginning and then it just goes to neutral, I might even consider it, and even that it is so little that I'm like, yeah, there's other things that do this, that do it better. The AP penalty is uncapped. Wait, but technically it only goes to alarm level 6, right? Or even if 6 keeps hitting, like, or 5, if it keeps getting hit, will they keep going down? Because that's terrible. That's even worse than I thought. I've never taken it. I end up with a wizard polymorphing into Scarlett Johansson and then my paladin punching her in the face. Take her down to death save so I could hear her back for close-up Oscar bait scene. That is amazing. Yes, if I recall correctly. That makes it even worse. See, these are the items that contingency plan adds that I'm like, if I could remove you from the item pool, I would. It's possible to have 0. Yeah, that's terrible. Sir, I'm trying to complete my mission, but the sound of my gel injectors are alerting the guards. Okay, so we definitely want to make this into an augment socket for someone. I think, though, I kind of want them both on Olivia, or at least one of them. I mean, I guess I could technically give the drag to someone, but I definitely want Olivia to have another slot. I had to work gel injectors for rush rework where the AP was taken out of her sprint, and then as the max AP is taken away, it gets added back to sprint. So even when you're at -4 max AP or whatever, you still gain it all back if you sprint. Oh, that's interesting. Would you believe me? There's a mod. I need to like sit down with some of you and be like, this is what I want, and then you guys just direct me to the mods that do exactly that. Crunch, crunch, crunch. But yeah, I think the gel injectors would be more viable if it just went down to like, you had a boost and then eventually you lose the boost instead of it becoming negative. Okay, all of these guys have been searched. I think I potentially might even want both on Olivia. Or should I get one of them on Goose? Like 1 extra augment slot. I think I want both on Olivia. I think I want to try and get the... we did have the pheromone thing there, but I barely ever... I barely ever knock anyone out. We are your Invis Inc. mod concierge office. Yeah. She works well with my Draco with the ability to ignore camera and his brain scan change to find the objective and exit because they become super smash and grabby. Oh, I love the idea that they're reworked to be the masters of the smash and grab. Okay, who do I give the extra things to? Do I give extra slots to Goose and Conway, or do I wait for Olivia to get there and give her like 2 extra slots whilst I just wait out the timer? Because I don't think I want the pheromone thing. I don't KO enough people often enough. I mean, if things go wrong, I'll KO them. But if things go right, then I try and avoid that. Yeah, if... One day we'll make the FA loadout mod, because FA does come with a load of changes. I wouldn't include anymore if I remade it. Interesting. Okay, I'm thinking... What could I still have on Conway that I really, really want? Wait, since when are these armor piercing? Were these always armor piercing too? Have I lost my mind? Oh no, wait, yeah, of course, the kick a door. These were not armor piercing. Yeah. No, I'm silly. Oh, we have ads in a couple seconds, but we also have lunch in a bit. Maybe, yeah, because I'm not finishing this level before. We're close, but not close enough. I'm gonna save and exit for now, and we're gonna go to the lounge and we're gonna take our lunch break. For anyone not familiar, around this time every stream I take a 15-minute lunch break and then we continue with more stream. We've had a very talky stream, but I find that fun. I find it enjoyable, just like talking about whatever. Oh good, I really need to write a cover letter. Good luck. It has been lovely. Take care. Thank you. And thank you guys for being like here and chatting and sharing all the stuff with me. Like I really, really enjoy this. That's my cue to go to bed. Good night. Yeah, sleep well. I'll be back in 15 minutes for all of you guys who don't need to sleep. But if you do, please sleep well and take care of yourself and go eat or do chores. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, take care. It's been fun. Bye for now.